like to discuss ideas, digital innovation, to move Trinidad and Tobago forward. But we are, as a country, are still in a space where people have to ask for things like water and roads. And that's very unfortunate. But it's unfortunate because we've been faced with 5 years of a government that lacked vision, ideas, and any policy for progress. And so now, when we sit in a room like this, and we can all look at each other and know that we have the best interests of Trinidad and Tobago at heart, I know that everyone here will encourage everyone out there to make the right choice, to look at progress and a vision for the future, the vision that Mrs. Campbell Bissassa has. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Haynes, and I'm sure you'll win that seat. I'm from Barakara and she is from Piparo originally. So we're literally neighbors, but the community is supporting her wholeheartedly. Best wishes. Now, in between speakers, you are hearing little clips of these campaign songs. So take time to listen to the lyrics, yeah? So our next speaker is the youngest mayor ever to represent the borough of Chaguanas. She serves as vice chair of the UNC's Women's Arm, and I now welcome to the podium none other than Her Worship, the Mayor of Chaguanas, and the next MP for Chaguanas East, Miss Vandana Mohit.
Introducing to the stage, she's about to shine. For my home girl, Chaguanas East, let's take control. Let's hear it for my home girl. But on the moment on the day of the polls, let's hear it for my home girl. Chaguanas East, let's take control. Let's hear it for my home girl. But on the moment on the day of the polls, vote for Vandana to be your minister. Run, go register. From councillor to mayor, before the area, support the sister. Why? She's doing so fine. So Trinidad, now where's the time? So fine. You put someone you want, you like so fine. Put up your hand, show me the sign. But I'm not really close my mind. Let's hear it for my home girl. Chaguanas East, let's take control. Let's hear it for my home girl. But I know it's on the day of the polls. Let's hear it for my home girl. Chaguanas East, let's take control. Let's hear it for my home girl. But I know it's on the day of the polls. So you can get some money by your mental represent the government. But what I know all the attention put to the female offense. I never had no intent. You should want to get it. But I know it's so good of them. She's doing so fine. So Trinidad, now is the time. So fine. To put someone you want, you like so fine. Put up your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage for worship the Mayor of Chaguanas, Miss Vandana Mohit.
Thank you so much, Sheldon Mendoza, one of our greatest supporters. Honorable Political Leader, Mrs. Campbell Bissassa, our favorite political leader, by the way. My willing colleagues, Senator Anita Haynes, Senator Sean Sobers, former Mayor and Minister Ms. Marie Kudre. Special guests, a pleasant good day to all of you. I want to begin by saying, every girl one day grows into a woman. Traditionally, as women, our expected behaviors were graceful and quiet. Modernization has led us to becoming the voices that can change the world. Some of the most successful governments in the world have been led by women. We can all agree to that here in Trinidad and Tobago, since we lived through many experiences with a graceful yet powerful female Prime Minister in that of Mrs. Campbell Bissassa. I want us to remember that female leaders dig deeper into understanding people-centered governance. Let's look at the household, for instance. The person who can stretch $100 like it's $1,000 is who? The female in the household. Do you know the reason why they say a woman completes a home? The care and love given in a home, from laundry to safety, is a woman. With that being said, I want for us to go into a reality check of Dr. Rowley's leadership versus Mrs. Kamla Prasad Visessa's leadership. Let's first deal with sustainability. As a government, you should simply protect what you have and then add to it. Why didn't we diversify our economy and save our assets? Our present government style has been to shut down and sell. When you shut down and sell, what happens? Persons lose jobs, families lose loved ones due to suicide, persons lose assets due to non-compliance with banks, and the country becomes dependent. The reality of what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago is, very soon we will end up on the streets as a government because we are not protecting our assets and our citizens, and I'm referring to the PNM government. Do you know that we have a serious issue with foreign exchange and persons are struggling to keep businesses alive in this country, and the government is just remaining silent on this with no recommendations to citizens? Foreign businesses have packed up and still we are left with no answers. You can't even shop online at ease in this country. Many businesses and youth shop online to save, and this government dug deep to place levy on online purchasing. Let us think. They have been doing everything to have citizens dig deeper into their pockets rather than save. I have never seen banks send so many requests to persons offering loans. Out of every 10 persons, at least 7 are living month to month. They have lost their homes, they've lost furniture, etc. The struggle is real, and we simply have to look at the best ways out of this ditch to save our lives. Let's look at youth development. What is the purpose of an education if you have no job after? We have OJT, where you have to apply and be on a waiting list. When you finally get through, you are a go for. With persons belittling you, calling you an OJT, defeating the purpose of what you enter an organization to accomplish. I am 29 years old. I applied to OJT since the age of 17, and to date, I have never received a call. Can you imagine the frustration of young people in this country? Do you know that OJTs who are paid a stipend for 2 years do more than persons with years of service? After 2 years, these young people are left to fend for themselves. In at-risk communities, the young people gravitate towards music and sports. These young people have to depend on sponsorship to survive. These are the areas where money should be pumping. Do not come after you all had the time to pretend to care for youth. Our education system that our leader built to a standard has deteriorated to the point where young people are confused. To maintain children, it's not an easy thing for parents. Enhancement of the system by distribution of laptops was one of the best decisions under Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Visessa's regime to help youth with their educational skills. How could you claim to have a heart and take back a laptop? You left ECC centers and schools in bushes for 5 years. How could you claim to have a heart for the youth? And parents are struggling to pay school fees when you have sufficient schools which can be opened to give them a place to learn. How could you claim to have a heart for youth when you denied them their own hospital in Hoover and food during COVID-19? Friends, there's a reason why Mrs. Kamla Prasad Visessa has selected the existing list of youth UNC candidates for 2020. The plan of transformation includes youth of this country, where us, the young ones, will sit to ensure we work with her in your interests. Let's look at social aid, our final point. For years, the sitting government has held power in areas identified as depressed communities. And what have they done? To have single mothers, struggling youths, and struggling fathers rise out of their conditions and do better. Transformation is not just a rule. Giving a food card, giving a grant or public assistance, it's just not enough. Instead, they have destroyed levels of hope where these persons could have benefited. The main issue for most of these people will be the issuance of land tenure, meaning deed of comfort. Do you know if you don't have proof of address, it denies you the access to social aid? For 5 years, these communities have been denied running to land and settlement agencies, but on the eve of the general election, they are running to bribe and promise. How inhumane. Ladies, the fact of the matter remains that the selection of profiles to head constituencies held by the PNM have really failed their own systems and their own people. If you have failed the people, you shouldn't govern the people. You must place emphasis on your youth to enjoy a healthy and blossoming adult population and economy. I am a 29-year-old, sharing with you the reality of what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. I have served as a councillor, and I'm currently the youngest mayor of Chaguanas. Who gave me, a youth, that opportunity with full confidence to make waves in Chaguanas? Kamla Prasad Visesa did. Despite all that have been said, she kept her faith in me. Gaining experience in local government is the best thing to happen to any politician, since it gives you the chance to understand the needs of the people and work directly with them. By the way, don't let Rowley tell you he did well for COVID. It was Mrs. Visesa's Chaguanas team, her youngest team, who led by example in terms of real COVID measures, and all of his corporations followed. Put your confidence in us, the youth, and give us the chance to govern with the experience, Mrs. Kamla Prasad Visesa. Share what I have shared with you as a young person today with someone so they are reminded to vote for what this country needs, which is good governance. I thank you very much.
You notice this lady came on with a difference. We thought we would have a little musical interlude, and she brought her live artiste here. Well done, Sheldon Mendoza. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Ms. Mohit, and best wishes. I now invite an outstanding supporter of the UNC. She has been a past mayor of San Fernando, a minister, past minister, and I call on stage to bring greetings Ms. Marlene Kudry.
And we vote to the UNC, if you feel like UNC, we vote to the UNC, vote for Pamela and better country. And we vote to the UNC, if you feel like UNC, and we vote to the UNC, vote for Pamela and country that only.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to all. My dearest and esteemed political leader, Mrs. Kamla Prasad Visesa, who I greatly admire and who provided so much inspiration and support to me, I cannot thank her enough. Candidates, your wishes. I'm so happy and proud to see you and hear you here today. Anita Haynes, PRO. Sean Sobers, the next MP for San Fernando. I've been asked this afternoon to endorse Sean Sobers. I want to say from the outset that Liliana has done such a marvelous job endorsing that it can't be anything to that. But Sean, I want to tell you, I've been talking with you as a young man. When I first heard Sean Sobers as a cat, I said, what? Who he? Until I met you. Until I started interacting with you and the women, the young people, when I saw how the young people of San Fernando West held on to you, I said, my leader always do something that we really see things that we can't. And there has been no looking back for Sean from the date he was announced to now. His energy, when I say, Sean, I can't walk with you, when you're coming back, I know going, right? The kind of energy levels, the humility, and the people-centeredness we have seen in Sean. I am very proud of you as a young man, and I'm very proud of the 3 young candidates, the 3 UNC candidates sitting at this table here today. But Sean, I want to tell you that on your campaign and this last couple of weeks for this campaign, particularly in San Fernando West, as a previous candidate in the San Fernando West constituency, I want to tell you that the tricks, the dirty tricks will get worse in the coming 2 weeks. The scandal and the whatever they could pull out from where, you have to look out the voter pattern. I have seen it as a candidate in 2007. I saw panel vans come down by a particular polling, and I think I shared it with you. People with stacks of ID cards in their hand, and as the people went along, they were voting. So we have to ask, when we look at some of the margins over the past elections, we were going over some figures, and you have to be on the alert now. When everything else fails, and I want to tell you, as women here today, a lot of women do not enter politics, they are afraid to, because of exactly what is happening to the women of the UNC now, in this election. You will hear the worst about them, things that they themselves never knew about. And at my age, I went through some of it, although I was not as young as them. And I want to tell you all, Bandana, Anita, keep your head up. I know you all. Hold high and stay the course. And just do what you have to do to win your seat from election. And don't take anything for granted. And don't take anything past your opposition, because they will stop at nothing. Just before I came here, I got a message, this is what is happening now. I said, yes, so what else is new? This is the modus operandi of that party, and they will continue. And we must not feel offended, and we must not get people frightened and they get a call. And no, we're going full speed ahead. We're going to take every constituency with the same force. And one of the cards they're trying to pull is a restart. Sean, and in San Fernando West, they're coming at you with that. People, when I came in here, I told certain members of the media, yeah, I heard what you're saying about me. And not UNC use me and spit. UNC use African people and spit them out. I want to tell you that Camp Prasad is still there, and the UNC leader don't come with any race to witness by that woman. I can tell you that. Don't come. I sat as deputy political leader of the UNC, and when I noticed things, and you would hear things outside, I would say, PM. And Pearl, I still call my leader PM, because I have no change to make after the 10th of August, still PM. I will say to her, PM, listen, I heard so and so and so and so is happening. And there was one particular individual at one time, and she would pull them over the coals, right? We cannot serve UNC people alone because we're going nowhere. And those were the words to that person, my president. We have to bring everybody in, and we have to look after everybody. So when they say, I'm home with my two grandchildren, but I have never stopped communicating with my leader. She has never stopped communicating with me, and we know everything that's going on out there. So don't come and go, where Kudre, I ain't seeing her. Kudre right behind her leader's back. So don't let them tell you anything to let you think, and I'm sure you know, go for it. And I know, based on everything that Liliana has said about you, is quite true. I can add a few more, but I know PM has to be up in the east. And let me tell you something. When you win the seat come August the 10th, we know and we can assure you that Sean is going to look after all of San Fernando West. And Sean is going to tell you, if you see Sean, he can tell you, you have to see, go by mommy. Go and talk to mommy. That's what people have been told now.